Good morning, Mr. Chiranjeevi.
Morning, sir.
Welcome to the board.
Thank you, sir.
Chiranjeevi,
Sir,
you are currently working in Prohibition and Excise Department, right?
yes, sir.
Would you like to explain about the mandate of the department? If you,
Yes, sir. So the Prohibition and Excise Department will be dealing with prohibition with regard to the illicitly distilled liquor and also spurious liquor and also narcotic substances. And the excise component of the department will be dealing with deriving of excise duty on the liquors, sir, on the intoxicating substances.
so you will be majorly working on prohibition part.
So, so as of now, I am allotted to Special Enforcement Bureau, sir. And in that department, I am working as Assistant Enforcement Superintendent, Special Enforcement Bureau, sir.
Okay, good to hear that, Mr. Chiranjeevi. You have also experience in Handcrafted Ice Cream Private Limited. What was your role in that?
So my role in the Handcrafted Ice Cream Private Limited was an operations manager role, sir. And over there, I was mainly dealing with the customer satisfaction, customer queries, and customer complaints. In addition to that, I was also responsible for maintaining the financial records. And also, I was supervising the staff, sir.
So, what was the likely questions that you were getting to deal with the customers? Was it related to quality or some kind of thing?
Yes, sir. It was related to quality, sir. For example, an ice cream would be melted, sir, in some situations, or else the fries would be not fried to a good extent, sir. So those are the complaints we get, sir.
Okay. Quality is the major important thing to sell it to the customer.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
think we should improve the quality in our products across the sectors, like let's say in agriculture sector?
So,
So why do you think that our products are not up to the mark in the international market, and what can we do in improving the quality in agriculture sector? Could you throw some light on it because you have experience in dealing with improving the quality of the ice creams?
so the supply chain management in the agriculture sector should be there, sir. For example, a good processing unit, a food processing unit with regard to the agriculture would be a good pathway forward in achieving the qualitative products, sir. In addition to that, we need some kind of testing labs so that the quality assurance will be there with regard to the products, sir.
So what can be done? Recently, there is a program by the Niti Aayog. They have selected each district and they have designated each district as a specialized district for improving the quality purpose.
So,
So, what can be done to do the supply chain management in foolproof, and how we can track the quality from the production to the final consumer?
so, so first at the Raitu Bharosa Kendras, we need to have a good supply of qualitative fertilizers, pesticides, and seeds, sir. In addition to that, after the crop comes to the farmer's hand, they need to have good storage mechanisms like good go downs. And also
Mm-hmm.
for the fishes, we need some cold storage units. So that
Mm-hmm.
after that, we need a road connectivity to the ports, sir. And at the ports, we can have some agri export zones, sir, in order to streamline the procedures and also to export our projects and make our projects well qualitative and competitive in the global arena, sir.
Okay, nice to hear that, Chiranjeevi. And
So,
you would
thank you,
agree
sir.
that we need to have good quality seeds also.
Yes, sir.
And recently, we heard some of the places the fake seeds have been distributed, and some of the seed sellers are cheating the people. That's why the yield is coming down. You might have heard it.
Yes, sir.
Being from the prohibition department you are from. So,
So,
what measures can be done there?
so first is we need to map all the seed sellers, sir, and we need to get the seeds from the sellers to the Raitu Bharosa Kendra, and we need to have a specialized uh, testing department, quality testing department with regard to seeds at Raitu Bharosa Kendras, so that this issue can be uh, solved to an extent, sir.
So, it will be adding on the cost of the seed, right? If you enforce this.
The
Will it be
government right
possible economically?
so so the government right now is bearing the burden or subsidy on its parts. And if we see the cost to benefit ratio, yes, there might be some rise in cost with regard to the government exchequer. But
Hmm.
however, we will be getting good yield and also good income to the farmer, and also it will add up gradually to the our state's gross domestic product also, sir. So if we view it in a bigger picture, then it's a win-win situation for the government and also for the farmer also, sir.
Okay, good to hear that.
So thank you,
And
sir.
I have seen your DAF, and it is really, you are very active in social media. So you
So
have
yes, sir.
coordinated some work in distribution of the necessities during the COVID period.
Yes, sir.
And if you see the current social media,
So
it is more of a fake news than a correct news.
yes, sir.
So, what is your take on to reduce the fake news? Is it because of the gullible people are using the technology more and they're susceptible for what do we say, fake news? So, how we can balance this?
Misinformation or fake news is one big problem the social media is facing in our country, sir. And for this, we need a self-regulatory mechanism, sir, from the part of the owner, sir, owner of the social media sites or apps. In addition to that, we need some kind of cyber awareness, sir. And for cyber awareness, like our Andhra Pradesh government is implementing fact check in Twitter, sir. If we see, we are having fact check Twitter handle, sir. These kind of measures needs to be there so that to aware the citizens that what news is fake and what news is real, sir. So an
But
informed nation,
what about the people at the rural level? They would not be knowing the fact check and they would not be knowing the mechanisms how to check the fact. They instantly accept the message whatever they receive it, and that
sir.
is leading to financial crimes also. If you see that.
Yes, sir.
So, do you think that we need to restrict the access to the social media only at above certain education? Do you think that would be a good option to restrict the access to social media based on the
So
education?
So, with due regards, I would differ with your point of view, sir, because social media is a kind of is a main role player in the democracy, sir. It
Mm.
is enforcing the government with regard to accountability and transparency, and also it is leading to a campaign, social media campaigns. So, citizens' involvement is there, sir. So, we cannot do that, sir. Instead, we need a regulatory mechanism, sir, by the government, where the government and also the digital platforms or else the social media partners must be there, and they must be acting against this fake news, sir. And punishments must be there for who are spreading fake news, sir. No tolerance policy must be there, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, Chiranjeevi, good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yeah. I saw your DAF.
Sir,
I couldn't see to which district you belong or where is your native place. I think that is missing in the DAF.
yes, sir. In the last years, that the district are not us, sir. And I belong to Bapatla district, sir. And in
Okay.
Bapatla district, I belong to Chirala Revenue Division, sir.
Okay. Bapatla district. Fine. The erstwhile Guntur district, na?
Yes, sir. Some of the part is taken from the Guntur district and some of the part is taken from Prakasam district, sir. I
Okay.
belong to erstwhile Prakasam district, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good. Tell some important, political movements which occurred in the Bapatla district. I mean, the erstwhile Guntur district also, with regard to Indian national movement.
So first is the town hall, sir. And the town hall is famous for holding the first Andhra Sabha conference over there, and which led the ball rolling for creation of the states on linguistic basis in the independent India. And after that, we have the non-tax campaign, sir, over there. Chirala Perala non-tax campaign, where it's headed by Dugirala Gopalakrishnaya. And over there, we have the people have been shifted to a new place called Ramnagar due to the huge tax burden imposed on the people over there, sir.
Okay. Good. What is the state flavor of Andhra Pradesh?
State flower of Andhra Pradesh is jasmine, sir.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
State tree.
State tree is neem tree, sir.
In the indirect tax collections of Andhra Pradesh
Sir,
for the last financial year 22-23,
sir.
where does this excise collections rank? And if not exactly, I mean, what is the order of collection of these indirect taxes as far as this AP is concerned? Do you have any idea?
Yes, sir. The
Yes.
state excise stands at the third position, sir. And at the first position, we have GST, sir. Goods and services tax. And the second place, we have sales tax, sir. Third place, state excise. And yes. Fourth place belongs to stamps and registration, sir.
Yeah,
And
okay,
fifth
okay.
place, yes, sir.
That's okay. That's okay. I am just confining myself to excise. Yeah. I mean,
Thank you.
what is the trend with regard to excise collections since the past 3 years, at least? And is there a progress or is there a decline?
Sir, there has been a rise in the excise revenue, sir. If you see it from 2019 itself. And in this year, we have collected around 16,000 crores, sir. And in the next year, we are estimating about 18,000 crores, sir.
So, is it contradictory to the government policy of reducing the liquor consumption? When the taxes and the excise collections are increasing, do you find it contrary to what is the policy of the government? The present policy is to reduce the liquor consumption, to reduce the number of shops, reduce the number of outlets and all. But the tax collection is increasing.
Sir.
Why this contradiction?
Sir, there is no contradiction on this part, sir. The reason being, Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy Garu, in the recent review meeting has said that the liquor consumption has been down. The beer cases and the Indian manufactured foreign liquor cases have been declined. And the rise in the revenue, excess revenue, was mainly due to the rise in rises, sir.
Rise in?
Rise in rises of the liquor bottles, sir.
Prices, sir.
Yes, sir, prices, sir.
Rise in prices of the liquor. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That is, okay. So the overall liquor consumption has reduced. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what were the steps initiated by the government to reduce the liquor consumption? Can you name a few?
Yes, sir. The government in the first 2 years have been ending the unauthorized liquor shops, sir, which are known as belt shops. In addition to that, we have also restricted to business hours, and we have also downsized the number of bars we have, and also the number of private outlets we have. And after that, the Andhra Pradesh State Beverages Corporation Limited has taken over the retail outlets, sir.
Okay.
So that MRP violations or else opening for more hours problem will be decreased, sir.
Okay. So, in your duties since the past 1 year, what kind of violations did you notice as far as this liquor consumption or liquor sale is concerned? What were the violations which you noticed?
So, the first most violation was illicit distilled liquor preparation, sir. We have an area called, I am right now posted to Kurnool district, sir.
No, don't elaborate on it. Just name a few. Illicit liquor. What is the spurious, the adulterant which is used to make this spurious liquor?
Sir,
do you have any idea what are the mixing?
Yes, sir. Methanol is used, sir. It's a denaturant, sir.
No, for all the ID liquors, I mean, I have an idea that it is methanol, but sir, methanol is very, very dangerous. All the ID liquor is methanol contaminated, or any other chemicals are there?
No, sir. ID liquor is illicitly distilled liquor, sir.
Yeah, that's
over here, we'll be adding Navasagaram, sir, which is ammonium chloride. And with regard to toddy, we have chloral hydride, alprazolam, and diazepam, sir.
Yeah, good, very good.
Thank you, sir.
Very good. What are some important tourist places in your district? Or sir, any places of historical significance? Any other, you can just elaborate on that.
Yes, sir. The main tourist beauties of our district are Ramapuram Beach, Odaravu Beach, and Suryalanka Beach, sir. Okay. And with regard to historical purposes, we have Bhavanarayana Swami Temple, from which we got the name Bhavapuri and Bapatla, sir. And we also have at Addanki, we have a temple, sir. Prasanna Anjaneya temple, sir.
Okay, good. Any major industries, any major or minor industries in your district, Bapatla?
So with regard to industries, we have processing units with regard to the granite, sir.
Okay.
Mainly of this one, sir. And also sand is also available as a mineral, sir.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Good. Very good. Very good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chiranjeevi.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Chiranjeevi.
So good morning, sir.
I see that you are a mechanical engineer by graduation.
Yes, sir.
So, can you tell me the basic difference between a diesel and petrol engine?
Yes, sir. The diesel engine works on the induction, the ignition works only on the basis of air, sir. With regard to the petrol engine, we have spark ignition, sir. We need fuel and air in mixture, sir. And the diesel engine will be will be releasing more pollutant, sir, than the petrol engine, sir. And with regard to the petrol engine, the acceleration or else the pickup capacity is more with regard to the petrol engine, sir.
Why are diesel vehicles costlier than petrol?
Sorry, sir, I'm unable to recollect at this moment of time, sir.
Okay, if I ask you as a mechanical engineer, suggest few measures so that I can improve my vehicle's efficiency or the mileage of my vehicle, what will you suggest?
With regard to the mileage, sir, we need to reduce the weight on the engine, sir, or else the weight of the car, sir. So that is the one thing we need to do, sir. And also changing from Bharat Stage 4 norms to Bharat Stage 6 norms, the efficiency with regard to the fuel burning is also increased, sir. So that over there mileage will also be.
I already bought a vehicle. Okay. Now I cannot make alterations. Within that, what would you say? What is the speed, etc., etc., where I get the maximum efficiency?
Sir. So with regard to speed, it's around 40 to 60, sir. On convention, sir, where we can drive a vehicle. It is called economy, sir. And in economy, less fuel will be burned, sir, so that the mileage will be raised, sir.
Since your work profile is something to do with prohibition and excess, tell me why we shouldn't outrightly ban, prohibit liquor instead of a staggered method.
So, with regard to a blanket ban on liquor or else prohibition would be endangering the society, sir, because social evils like prohibition needs to be tackled with social participation, sir, rather than from the government's point of view completely, sir. And with regard to history, alcohol consumption was a social evil, sir, from Indus Valley civilization to Mughal era and also to British era, sir. And in addition to that, in the urbanized areas and also due to globalization, the Western culture have come to us, sir, where social acceptance to liquor was coming, sir. So it's seen as a cultural part and a social angle was there, sir. So a blanket ban would lead to smuggling of liquor, loss of revenue to the government, and also spurious liquor-related disability and debt, sir. So it needs to be taken gradually, where the government needs to act in a partial phase-wise manner. In addition to that, we need sensitization and awareness generation programs, sir.
Good.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Coming to your extracurricular activities, you mentioned that you practiced karate.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what are few martial arts of Andhra Pradesh?
Yes, sir. With regard to martial arts of Andhra Pradesh, we have Katti Samu and Karra Samu, sir. It's mainly from the northern districts of Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Why do you think Indian martial arts are not as famous as the karate or a kung fu?
So, with regard to Indian martial arts, there is lacking infrastructure, sir, and also there is lacking awareness, sir. And the martial arts gurus, which we know, we are not having data of them, sir. so that we need to bridge the gap between bridge the gap between the interested participants and the gurus, sir. For example, in the COVID era, uh, uh, where uh, where physical exercises were most important, the schools were practicing Karra Samu, sir, in Andhra Pradesh, sir. So these kind of initiatives, the government support must be there, sir. Encouragement must be there, and also infrastructure must be created, and also awareness generation must be created, sir.
Okay, so what was the impact of martial arts on your personality? What did you gain out of them?
So with regard to martial arts, sir, I've gained self-confidence, sir, because due to karate, it enhances our self control, and also the concentration will be increased, sir. Due to that, I gain self-confidence, sir. And also, uh, learning a new art would enhance our personality traits, or personality growth in such. And practicing karate was relieving my stress, sir. In now also, if I feel stress, I'll be doing nonchaps, sir. So due to that, I'll be releasing my stress, sir.
Coming to your social service activity, you mentioned that
Sir.
you worked extensively using social media during COVID outbreak to help people. Can you take me through one experience, how you managed to find resources, how you coordinated?
So we actually formed a people of 50 members of group, sir. And in COVID second era, the dearth of the COVID oxygen beds or else the medicines was there, sir. And the real-time information with regard to their availability was not available, sir. So in the Twitter, with the help of hashtag, we were finding the legit COVID leads, sir, the locations which they are available. And to the beneficiaries, we are connecting these leads, sir. So in this way, we have connected the supply-demand gap, sir, with regard to COVID leads on social media, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no more supplementary questions. One last thing, because you mentioned about cricket. So
Yes,
why
sir.
do you think is cricket so successful in India? Why the other sports are not so successful?
Sir, the first reason is that the rules are very easy with regard to cricket, sir. And the
Is it
second
so?
reason, yes, sir, when compared to the other sports, it is very easy to easy for a layman to understand the rules of the cricket, sir. And the second one is from the British era itself, the cricket has been we have been practicing cricket, sir. And after that, the infrastructure has been created by the government so as to encourage cricket matches between countries as a component of soft power building, sir. So these are the reasons for we are having good cricket infrastructure, and we are having good craze about cricket, sir.
Do you see any media role in it?
Yes, sir. Even the media is playing a very great role, sir, where it's showcasing the matches on a very frequent basis, sir. And thank you for helping me out in this point, sir.
So the recently Kabaddi also has gained its fame because of the media. Do you
Yes,
think?
sir.
Okay. So do you think media can bring anything into the prime and get it sold?
Yes, sir. Media is known as the fourth pillar of democracy, sir, because it makes aware what's happening in the society, sir. So media plays a very prominent role. And in addition to that, we need a support from the government with regard to infrastructure building in the state, and also the stadiums, also the diversity of the sports must begin from the school level, sir. So the other sports like kabaddi and hockey will also be helpful, sir. Will also be in on the race, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chiranjeevi.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
You're very composed, very confident. Okay, most
Sir.
of the questions you answered very well.
Sir, thank you.
But I think you may face many questions on mechanical engineering. I mean, since your graduation is in that, I
Yes,
think
sir.
you're not well prepared on that particular
Yes, sir.
area, because
Yes,
there
sir.
can be several combination of questions and practical application based questions. So
Yes,
should
sir.
be thorough there.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, regarding your work profile, I think you answered well. I think sir can tell you better.
Sure.
And yeah, I think overall you're well prepared. And regarding the volunteer work you did, you should be more precise. Okay, you should
Yes,
be
sir.
able to give a clear picture. Okay, I
Yes,
found
sir.
it a bit hazy there. Okay,
Yes, sir.
yeah, that's all from sir.
Thank you, sir.
Well, regarding cricket, actually, cricket was successful because in over to over, there is a time period where they can put a lot of ads.
Sure.
So that helped them to promote it. If మీరు సాకర్ చూస్తే 35
Yes, sir.
minutes మీరు యాడ్స్ ఇవ్వడం అవ్వదు, బ్రేక్ చేసి ఏదో ఒకటి ఈవెంట్
sir.
జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది.
Yes,
సో
sir.
ఓవర్ టు ఓవర్ గ్యాప్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి దే కెన్ గివ్ మోర్ యాడ్స్.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And yeah, remaining part you answered well, and the one you negated regarding the restriction for media access, that was good
Sir.
answer that I felt.
Thank you, sir.
Because irrespective of the damage, we should control the damage, but we should not restrict the access.
Yes, sir.
We are being a probation officer, being enforcement officer,
Sir.
we should be looking at solving the problem, not the removing the platform itself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was fine.
Thank you, sir.
And other than that, yeah, mechanical engineering, as Gautam Garu said, you would maybe little bit can be improved on that.
Yes, sir.
And other than this prohibition related, maybe some actually prohibition of only illicit liquor.
Yes, sir.
Only illicit liquor. It is not
Illicit
complete,
and spurious liquor, sir.
illicit and spurious liquor.
And with
That-
regard to also drugs, narcotic substances, sir.
That part, maybe NDPS you may get some hands on. If you have it already, it is fine.
Yes, sir.
If you mention narcotics, they may go into NDPS, because NDPS, who is the proper officer in NDPS, you may get to know that.
Yes, sir. I didn't get your question, sir.
Proper officer under NDPS.
Proper officer, sir.
Proper officer under NDPS. And who can take the charge once the crime is booked? Whom will you give the case back? Will you prosecute yourself, or you will be giving it to somebody else there?
No, sir. The police and also the excise officials under the state can prosecute the state case.
Police also declared as proper officer, I think.
Yes, sir.
Proper officer means whoever can take the case forward. Initial booking may be some other department. Let's say in forest case, whatever may be the wild thing or forest produce related cases, any police can check it up and find out. But
Yes,
at the end, he will hand over that case to forest department,
sir.
because they are the proper officers there.
Yes, sir.
That's fine, Chiranjeevi garu. It was good.
Sir.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Chiranjeevi, your answers are pretty good. Chakkaga, chala baga chepparu.
Thank you, sir.
And be prepared to face some factual questions, and
Yes,
randomly
sir.
they can ask anything.
Yes,
Some
sir.
factual details. They might ask something about the science and technology developments. Gani, since you are
Yes,
telling
sir.
Bapatla, some fishing harbor also they are constructing kada there.
Nizampatnam, sir.
Nizampatnam, yeah, Nizampatnam.
Sir.
Try to, after this thing, reorganization of the districts,
Yes,
what
sir.
is the total this thing of Bapatla district? What is the this thing? What is the plain area or what is the hilly area?
Yes, sir.
I have gone through some of the transcripts. Some questions last time, chala deeniki adigaru, which Rayalaseema district now after reorganization is having a coastline?
Yes, sir.
So some of the questions were very, very deep. నేను ఇంకా ఇట్లా పైన అట్లా అడుగుతున్నాను అంతే. Say suppose Bapatla district coastline ఉందా లేదా, erstwhile Guntur. So you expect such kind of questions also,
Yes, sir.
which you might not. అందుకే నేను randomly I was asking the state animal this that అని చెప్పి నేను అడుగుతూ ఉన్నాను.
Sir.
So what is the state bird అంటే?
State bird is సీతాకోకచిలుక, రామచిలుక.
No,
లేదు
no,
లేదు.
not
పాలపిట్ట
Sitakoka.
పాలపిట్ట.
No, no, no. For the undivided Andhra Pradesh, it was Palapitta.
Now
Now it is green parrot or Sitacula crameri.
Green
So
parrot,
that is one
okay.
thing which you need to see. The state animal, state bird got changed. Black buck animal అనేది సేమ్ అట్లనే ఉందండి. స్టేట్ ట్రీ అలాగే ఉంది, నీమ్ ట్రీ. బట్ ద స్టేట్ బర్డ్ గాట్ చేంజ్డ్. ఇది ఏంటంటే వన్స్ ద స్టేట్ ఫార్మ్ అయ్యే దగ్గర 10 years అయిపోతుంది కదా మనకి. సో జస్ట్ బీ కేర్ఫుల్ అబౌట్ ఇట్ అనమాట. అదర్వైజ్ మనకి యూపీఎస్సీ లెవెల్లో ఇవన్నీ ఆన్సర్స్ మీరు సోషల్ మీడియా కానీ ఇవి కానీ ఆల్ దట్ చెప్తా ఉంటారు కదా. బట్ హ్యావ్ సమ్ నాలెడ్జ్ అబౌట్ దిస్ థింగ్, డిస్ట్రిక్ట్స్, స్టేట్స్, ఫ్యాక్ట్స్. అంటే అల్టిమేట్లీ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు వర్క్ ఇక్కడ కదా. కాబట్టి most of the people who face interview out of the 220 candidates would have written the civil service exam అక్కడ. either one surprise mains or interview ఇచ్చిన వాళ్ళే ఉంటారు. So this kind of questions, if you are able to answer it, no, that will give you an edge. మాల్లో టక్క స్టేట్ కి రిలేటెడ్ అనమాట. సార్ బాపట్లలో ఇలా ఉంది, హూ ఇస్ ద డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ కలెక్టర్ ఆఫ్ బాపట్ల, ఇది కూడా అడగొచ్చు. సో బీ ప్రిపేర్డ్ టు ఆన్సర్ సమ్ ఫ్యాక్చువల్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఇవన్నీ కూడా జస్ట్ బ్రష్ అప్ ద హిస్టరీ, జియోగ్రఫీ, ఎకానమీ, కరెంట్ అఫైర్స్ రిలేటెడ్ మొత్తం ఒకసారి అట్లా పైన చూసేసుకోండి. మణిపూర్ వైలెన్స్, దే మైట్ రాండమ్లీ టచ్ ఇట్ అనమాట. సెక్టేరియన్ వైలెన్సెస్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నాయా లేదా, లేకపోతే వాట్ అబౌట్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్, సంథింగ్. ఆర్ మీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ అంతా హైదరాబాద్ లోనే ఉంది, నేను చూసాను. యువర్ స్కూల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్, కాలేజ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. సో దే మైట్ గో టు ద బైఫర్కేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎర్స్టైల్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్. ఆ బైఫర్కేషన్ ఇష్యూస్ కూడా వెళ్ళొచ్చు. I thought you were from Hyderabad only. That's why I was asking you what was your native place and all.
Sure.
So bifurcation adi adagochu. You have mentioned about the Andhra Mahasabha of Bapatla. Just who was the chairman of the Andhra Mahasabha, all that. In the interview board, if there are some university professors unnar anukondi, who is the chairman of the first Andhra Mahasabha, how many Andhra Mahasabhas were there, Chirala, Perala, all the this thing, AP related national movement, ivanni kuda chuskondi. Coastlines, districts, which has got the highest this thing population, least population, highest geographical ఇది ఎక్కడ లో, ఇవన్నీ చదువుతుంటారు కదా మీ ప్రిలిమ్స్ కి. జస్ట్ గో త్రూ దెమ్ వన్స్ అగైన్. అది అదర్వైజ్ ఐ థింక్ యూ కెన్ పర్ఫార్మ్ pretty nicely.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck, Chiranjeevi garu.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.